Hi everyone, welcome to English Story School. Here, we bring language to life through engaging stories, making your English learning journey both fun and inspiring. Today, we're embarking on a journey into the art of conversation, a comprehensive guide designed to equip you with the tools to navigate dialogues with ease and confidence. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation where the words just escape you? Picture this. You're at a vibrant party, surrounded by fascinating people. Laughter fills the air, but every time you try to engage, it's like you hit a wall. You're not alone in this struggle. What if I told you that mastering the art of conversation could not only enhance your social life, but also transform your career and deepen your relationships? Let's begin with the foundation: listening. Imagine the best conversations you've had. Those moments felt like a dance, with each person moving in sync, attuned to the other's rhythm. Think about two friends reconnecting after years apart. One shares an exciting life update, and the other listens intently, nodding and asking thoughtful questions. This isn't just about being polite, it's essential. Active listening shows that you value the other person's thoughts, creating a safe space for them to share. How can you become a better listener? Practice mindfulness. Focus on the speaker, resist the urge to interrupt, and reflect back what you hear. This practice deepens your connection and enriches the conversation. Now, let's shift gears and dive into one of the most powerful tools in the art of conversation: the art of asking questions. Questions are not just about gathering information. They are gateways to deeper connections and richer exchanges. And among the different types of questions, open-ended questions are your best friends. Why? Because they invite the other person to share their thoughts and feelings in a way that simple yes or no questions simply can't. Picture this scenario. You're chatting with a colleague who just returned from an exciting trip abroad. If you ask, "Did you have a good time?" you'll likely receive a straightforward answer, a quick yes or no. While that might feel sufficient, it often shuts down the conversation right there. Now, imagine instead you ask, "What was the highlight of your trip?" Instantly, you create an opening for them to share a personal story, to reflect on their experiences, and to engage in a more meaningful dialogue. This subtle shift in questioning transforms the dynamic of the conversation. By asking open-ended questions, you're not just inviting them to share facts, you're inviting them to share their narrative, their adventure, the unexpected moments, the people they met, and the emotions they felt. Perhaps they'll recount a breathtaking sunrise they witnessed while hiking, or maybe they'll share a funny mishap that happened during their travels. Suddenly, the conversation becomes vibrant and alive, painting pictures in your mind and evoking emotions that resonate with your own experiences. Open-ended questions also pave the way for storytelling, which is one of the most engaging aspects of communication. Stories create a connection. They foster empathy and understanding. When you encourage someone to tell their story, you give them a chance to express themselves fully, and this can deepen your relationship. Not to mention, storytelling can make the conversation much more enjoyable for both parties involved. Moreover, curiosity is a powerful fuel for conversation. When you show genuine interest in another person's experiences, it not only enriches the dialogue, but also invites them to open up further. Curiosity encourages exploration of topics that may lead to unexpected discoveries about each other. For instance, after your colleague shares their highlight from the trip, you might follow up with, "What surprised you the most while you were there?" This keeps the momentum going and encourages them to reflect even deeper. And here's the beauty of it. The more you practice asking open-ended questions, the more natural it becomes. You'll find that your conversations will start to flow more smoothly, evolving into engaging exchanges rather than a series of disjointed comments. You'll also notice how this approach can spark enthusiasm and energy in both you and the person you're speaking with, creating a shared experience that leaves both of you feeling connected and fulfilled. In essence, the art of asking questions is not just a skill, it's a mindset. It's about embracing curiosity, being genuinely interested in others, and creating opportunities for meaningful conversations. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember the power of open-ended questions. They can transform a simple exchange into a rich dialogue, turning mundane interactions into memorable connections. Embrace this art wholeheartedly and watch how your conversations flourish. Next, let's explore the fascinating world of body language, a crucial aspect of communication that often goes unnoticed but speaks volumes. Did you know that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal? This means that how we present ourselves, through our gestures, facial expressions, and posture, can significantly impact how our words are received. So, let's dive into how you can use body language to enhance your conversations and forge deeper connections. Imagine you're in a conversation with someone, perhaps a friend or a new acquaintance. As you talk, they maintain steady eye contact with you. This simple act communicates attentiveness and respect, making you feel seen and heard. Eye contact signals that the other person is genuinely engaged and interested in what you have to say. Now, picture them leaning in slightly, their posture open and relaxed. This physical proximity creates a sense of intimacy and encourages a more in-depth exchange. It feels engaging, doesn't it? You might even find yourself sharing more than you initially intended, drawn in by their inviting demeanor. On the flip side, consider what happens when someone crosses their arms or frequently glances at their phone during your conversation. These actions can create barriers, signaling disinterest or discomfort. Crossing arms, for example, may subconsciously convey defensiveness or a closed-off attitude, making the other person feel unwelcome or undervalued. Similarly, checking your phone can send a clear message. What's happening on this screen is more important than our conversation. This disconnect can lead to frustration and a breakdown in communication. So how can you ensure your body language aligns with your words to convey openness and interest? Start with your posture. Stand or sit up straight, with your shoulders relaxed. This not only makes you appear more confident, but also encourages the other person to engage with you. Gestures also play a significant role. Using your hands to emphasize points can enhance your message and make it more relatable. Just be careful not to overdo it. Too much movement can be distracting. Instead, let your gestures flow naturally with the rhythm of your conversation. A particularly powerful tool in your body language arsenal is the genuine smile. A smile can break down barriers, inviting warmth and connection. It's a universal sign of friendliness and approachability. When you smile sincerely, it creates a welcoming atmosphere that encourages the other person to open up. They feel valued and appreciated, which can lead to more meaningful exchanges. Consider also the importance of mirroring. This subtle technique involves reflecting the other person's body language and expressions. If they lean in, you might lean in slightly as well. If they're animated with their hands, you can add some expressive gestures of your own. Mirroring creates a sense of rapport and connection, making the conversation feel more harmonious and collaborative. Remember, non-verbal cues can enhance your verbal communication or completely undermine it. If your words say one thing, but your body language conveys another, confusion and mistrust can arise. For example, if you're telling someone you're excited about a project while standing with your arms crossed and avoiding eye contact, the message may come across as insincere. In summary, being mindful of your body language is essential for effective communication. It's about aligning your nonverbal cues with your words to create a cohesive and engaging experience. By maintaining eye contact, leaning in, adopting open postures, smiling genuinely, and mirroring others, you can foster a warm and inviting atmosphere that encourages deeper connections. So, the next time you're in a conversation, pay attention to how your body speaks. It might just transform the way you connect with others. Now let's delve into the incredible power of storytelling, a vital tool in the art of conversation that can transform the way you communicate. It's no secret that everyone loves a good story. Stories have the unique ability to captivate, inspire, and connect us on a deeper level. When you weave personal anecdotes into your conversations, you're not just sharing experiences, you're crafting a narrative that lingers in the minds of your listeners. Imagine this. You're at a lively party, surrounded by friends and new acquaintances. Our friend in the corner has just returned from an adventure abroad. Instead of launching into a dry recounting of their trip, "I went to Paris, saw the Eiffel Tower, and it was nice." They take a different approach. They lean in, a sparkle in their eyes, and begin to weave their experience into a rich narrative. They don't just share facts. They transport you to a bustling Parisian cafe, describing the aroma of fresh croissants wafting through the air and the cheerful chatter of locals. As they continue, they infuse their story with emotions. Perhaps they share how they felt, a rush of excitement when they first laid eyes on the Eiffel Tower, or how they struck up a conversation with a stranger who turned out to be a talented artist. This emotional depth resonates with the audience, allowing them to feel the highs and lows alongside the storyteller. You can almost see the Eiffel Tower in your mind and feel the excitement as if you were right there. But it doesn't stop there. This friend knows the importance of vivid details. They describe the colors of the sunset, painting the sky over the Seine River, the sound of laughter from nearby tables, and the unexpected rain that led to a spontaneous dance with a fellow traveler. These details don't just make the story come alive. They create a sensory experience for the listeners, making them feel as though they've traveled along on this journey. And let's not forget the power of humor. A well-timed joke or a funny mishap can lighten the mood and keep your audience engaged. Our friend might recount a moment when they accidentally ordered a dish they couldn't pronounce, leading to laughter and a memorable dining experience. Humor breaks down barriers and creates a sense of camaraderie among listeners, making them more receptive to the message you're conveying. The magic of storytelling lies in its ability to make your points more relatable. When you share an experience through a narrative, you're not just relaying information, you're connecting on a human level. The audience can see themselves in your story, relating to your feelings, triumphs, and even your challenges. This connection fosters empathy and understanding, allowing for richer interactions. So, how can you become a more effective storyteller in your conversations? Start by considering the structure of your story. A compelling narrative typically has a clear beginning, middle, and end. Begin by setting the scene, introducing the characters, and building the context. This draws your audience in, making them eager to hear what happens next. Then unfold the main events of your story, leading to a climax that captures their attention. Finally, wrap up with a resolution that ties back to your original point or lesson learned. Additionally, remember to practice your delivery. The way you tell a story is just as important as the content itself. Vary your tone, use pauses for emphasis, and express enthusiasm in your voice. Body language also plays a critical role. Use gestures to enhance your storytelling and draw your audience in. Ultimately, storytelling is about more than just sharing experiences. It's about creating moments that resonate with your listeners long after the conversation has ended. The next time you share an experience, think about how you can tell it as a story that engages, inspires, and connects. Embrace the power of storytelling and watch as your conversations transform from simple exchanges into memorable narratives that leave a lasting impact. Finally, let's tackle a topic that many people dread in conversations: those inevitable awkward pauses. You know the ones, when the lively chatter suddenly fizzles out and you're left staring at each other in uncomfortable silence. It happens to everyone, and while it can feel like a conversation killer, it doesn't have to be. Instead of panicking, let's explore how you can embrace these moments and transform them into opportunities for deeper connection. First, it's essential to recognize that awkward pauses are completely normal. Everyone experiences them, whether they're seasoned conversationalists or newcomers to social interactions. These pauses can occur for a multitude of reasons. Maybe the topic has shifted unexpectedly, or perhaps both parties are simply processing what's been said. Understanding that it's a natural part of conversation can help alleviate some of the pressure you might feel in these moments. So, how do you handle an awkward pause without letting it derail the conversation? Embrace it. Instead of feeling the need to fill the silence with meaningless chatter, take a deep breath and give yourself a moment to gather your thoughts. Use this time to reflect on what has been said and consider where the conversation might go next. This intentional pause can actually enhance your communication, allowing you to respond more thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Another powerful strategy during these pauses is to shift the focus back to the other person. Use the silence as an opportunity to ask questions that show your genuine interest in them. For instance, you might say, "So, what's something you've been passionate about lately?" Or, "What's been the highlight of your week?" These open-ended questions can reignite the conversation and lead to unexpected discussions that reveal more about the other person's interests and experiences. You'll likely find that they appreciate the chance to share their thoughts and stories, making the conversation feel more engaging and reciprocal. Now let's explore why these pauses can actually lead to deeper, more meaningful conversations. When you allow for moments of silence, you create space for reflection, both for yourself and for your conversation partner. It encourages a more profound exchange of ideas and feelings. Sometimes, people need a moment to formulate their thoughts or to consider what's been said before diving into the next topic. By giving them this opportunity, you show that you value their input, which can foster a sense of trust and openness in the dialogue. Imagine you're talking with a friend about a sensitive topic, like a recent challenge they faced. An awkward pause might feel uncomfortable, but if you allow it to linger, it may prompt them to share deeper insights or emotions that they were initially hesitant to express. They might say, "You know, I've been thinking a lot about what you just said." This can lead to a more enriching conversation that strengthens your connection. Additionally, embracing pauses can be a transformative approach to breaking the cycle of surface-level conversations. In our fast-paced world, where small talk often reigns supreme, it's easy to find ourselves bouncing from one topic to another without truly connecting. We might discuss the weather, the latest trends, or even recent events, but these exchanges can feel fleeting and lack the depth that fosters genuine relationships. However, by allowing for pauses in conversation, you create a unique opportunity to dive deeper into topics that matter. Let's consider a common scenario. You're chatting with a friend about a recent movie you both saw. Initially, the conversation may revolve around the plot, the actors, or even a funny scene. These discussions, while enjoyable, often skim the surface. However, when you encounter a pause, perhaps after sharing a particularly memorable moment from the film, you can take that silence as an invitation to reflect. Instead of rushing to fill the gap, think about how the movie resonates with your own experiences. For instance, you might recall a scene that struck a chord with you, a moment of vulnerability, or a character facing a significant challenge. This could lead you to say, "You know, that part where the main character had to confront their fears really reminded me of when I faced something similar in my life." This shift from discussing the movie to sharing a personal reflection opens the door to a much richer exchange. It invites your friend to share their own thoughts and experiences related to fear, vulnerability, or personal growth. As you both explore these nuances, the conversation can evolve into a discussion about shared values and aspirations. Maybe your friend opens up about a time they faced a similar fear, and together you reflect on how overcoming those challenges shaped who you are today. This not only strengthens your bond, but also reveals insights about each other's beliefs, motivations, and dreams. You might find common ground in your aspirations or share fears that you've both navigated, creating a deeper understanding of one another. Moreover, these pauses can also invite conversations about more profound themes like hope, resilience, and the human experience. As you discuss the impact of the movie and relate it to your lives, you may touch upon philosophical questions or emotional insights that wouldn't typically arise in casual chit-chat. For example, what do you think the movie says about the nature of friendship? Or, how do you think we can support each other in facing our fears? These questions can lead to profound discussions that reveal your core values and beliefs. By embracing pauses, you create a space where vulnerability can flourish. When you take the time to reflect and invite deeper dialogue, it encourages both you and your conversation partner to open up about your experiences, fears, and dreams. This authenticity fosters a sense of safety, allowing both of you to explore emotions and thoughts that might be brushed aside in lighter conversations. Furthermore, these deeper conversations can enhance your emotional intelligence. As you navigate the complexities of your discussions, you become more attuned to your own feelings and those of others. You might discover new insights about your emotional responses, learn to articulate your thoughts more clearly, and develop a greater empathy for others' experiences. This growth not only enriches your conversations, but also enhances your relationships overall. In essence, embracing pauses is about transforming superficial exchanges into meaningful conversations. By allowing moments of silence, you create opportunities to reflect, share personal stories, and explore the complexities of life. You break free from the pattern of small talk and dive into discussions that resonate on a deeper level. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember that pauses aren't just moments of silence. They're gateways to richer, more engaging interactions that can lead to lasting connections and profound insights. Embrace those pauses and let them guide you toward deeper understanding and connection with others. It's also worth noting that humor can be an incredibly effective tool for alleviating the tension of an awkward pause. These moments of silence, while natural, can often feel anything but comfortable. Picture this: you're in a conversation, and suddenly, the lively exchange you are enjoying comes to an unexpected halt. The silence lingers, growing heavier with each passing second, almost as if a spotlight is shining down on you, intensifying your awareness of every tick of the clock. You might find yourself shifting uncomfortably in your seat, desperately searching for something, anything, to say to fill the void. In these situations, humor can be a lifeline. A well-timed joke or light-hearted observation can transform the atmosphere from tense to relaxed, turning what might feel like a conversational crisis into a moment of connection and levity. Imagine you're sitting across from a friend during one of these awkward silences. Instead of letting the discomfort hang in the air, you take a deep breath and say, "So, I guess we've reached the quietest part of our conversation. What should we do? Hold hands." This playful remark can elicit laughter and ease the tension, signaling to both of you that it's okay to acknowledge the awkwardness without taking it too seriously. The beauty of using humor in these moments is that it creates an instant bond. When you share a laugh over the awkwardness, you're both engaging in a collective experience. It's a reminder that everyone has faced similar situations, and acknowledging this shared human experience fosters a sense of camaraderie. You're no longer two individuals stuck in an uncomfortable silence. Instead, you become partners navigating the unpredictable waters of conversation. Moreover, humor can act as a social lubricant, smoothing over the rough edges of dialogue. When you introduce a playful comment, it shifts the emotional tone of the interaction. Laughter is infectious. When one person laughs, it often prompts others to join in. This light-hearted energy can reinvigorate the conversation, encouraging more relaxed exchanges and inviting deeper discussions. You might find that after sharing a laugh, the other person feels more at ease, leading them to open up and share their own stories or insights. Using humor also provides an opportunity to showcase your personality. When you make a joke or a witty observation, you reveal a layer of yourself to the other person. It makes you relatable and approachable, qualities that can strengthen connections. People are naturally drawn to those who can find joy in life's awkward moments. Your ability to laugh at yourself or at the situation can inspire others to do the same, creating an environment where everyone feels comfortable expressing themselves. However, it's important to use humor judiciously. Context matters. Not all jokes will resonate in every situation. For instance, if the previous topic was serious or emotional, a joke might feel out of place or even insensitive. You need to gauge the mood of the conversation and tailor your humor accordingly. A light-hearted quip might work perfectly after discussing a mundane topic, but after a discussion about loss, a more subtle approach may be necessary. Additionally, consider the relationship you have with the other person. If you're speaking with a close friend, you might feel more comfortable making a bold joke. In contrast, if you're in a professional setting or talking to someone you don't know well, a more gentle, self-deprecating remark may be more appropriate. This mindfulness ensures that your humor enhances the conversation rather than detracts from it. In essence, humor can serve as a powerful antidote to the discomfort of awkward pauses. By embracing these moments with a sprinkle of wit or a playful comment, you not only lighten the mood, but also deepen your connection with the other person. It's about transforming a potentially awkward situation into a memorable exchange filled with laughter and understanding. So the next time you find yourself facing a lull in conversation, remember the power of humor. It can turn silence into shared joy and create lasting bonds between you and those around you. Embrace the awkwardness, sprinkle in some laughter, and watch how it transforms your interactions for the better. Think about it. When an awkward silence descends, the instinct for many is to fill that void with whatever comes to mind, often leading to half-hearted comments or desperate attempts to change the subject. Instead, why not embrace the pause and make it part of the conversation? A light-hearted comment or a playful observation about the situation can do wonders to ease any discomfort. Imagine sitting with a friend after a discussion has fizzled out. You might lean back, smile, and say, "Well, this is the most profound silence I've ever experienced." This simple, self-aware remark can break the ice, inviting laughter and signaling that it's okay to acknowledge the awkwardness. Using humor in this way has a few key benefits. First, it creates an instant bond between you and the other person. Sharing a laugh, especially over a shared experience like an awkward pause, can foster a sense of camaraderie. You're acknowledging the moment together, which can enhance feelings of connection. It's a reminder that both of you are human, prone to the same social hiccups and awkward encounters. This shared vulnerability can be a foundation for deeper interactions. Moreover, humor has a unique ability to shift the emotional atmosphere of a conversation. When you make a light-hearted comment, it brings a sense of playfulness to the dialogue, transforming a potentially tense moment into an opportunity for joy. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, making both you and your conversation partner feel more relaxed and open. This newfound ease can pave the way for more authentic exchanges, encouraging both of you to share thoughts and ideas without the fear of judgment. For example, let's say you're in a group setting and the conversation has suddenly hit a wall. Instead of letting the silence linger, you might remark, "I feel like we just entered the twilight zone of conversation." This playful observation can elicit chuckles and serve as a springboard for further discussion. Maybe someone will share a funny story about an awkward encounter they had, or someone else might chime in with a humorous take on the situation. What starts as a moment of silence can quickly evolve into a lively exchange filled with laughter and shared stories. Additionally, humor allows you to showcase your personality. When you use a light-hearted approach to navigate a pause, you reveal a side of yourself that's relatable and approachable. People are often drawn to those who can find the fun in situations, even when they're less than ideal. This can make you seem more charismatic and engaging, enhancing the overall quality of your interactions. However, it's essential to be mindful of your audience and the context in which you're using humor. Not all jokes will land well in every situation. Consider the mood of the conversation and the personalities involved. For example, if the previous topic was sensitive or serious, a well-timed light joke about the silence might be perfect, but a more overtly comedic approach could feel out of place. The key is to remain attuned to the dynamics of the moment, using humor as a tool for connection rather than distraction. In conclusion, leveraging humor during those inevitable awkward pauses can be a game-changer in your conversations. By making a playful observation, you transform discomfort into shared laughter, creating a more relaxed environment that invites deeper engagement. Remember that humor not only lightens the mood, but also strengthens connections, allowing both you and your conversation partner to navigate discussions with greater ease. So, the next time you find yourself facing a moment of silence, don't shy away from it. Embrace it with a smile and a clever remark, and watch as the conversation flourishes in ways you never expected. In conclusion, awkward pauses don't have to be seen as failures in conversation. Instead, they can be golden opportunities for connection and reflection. By embracing these moments, gathering your thoughts, and asking meaningful questions, you can turn potential awkwardness into pathways for deeper, more engaging discussions. So, the next time you find yourself in a pause, remember, it's not the end of the conversation. It's just the beginning of something richer, waiting to unfold. Embrace the silence and watch as your conversations become more profound and rewarding. In conclusion, mastering the art of conversation isn't just about knowing what to say. It's about creating an engaging experience for both parties. By listening actively, asking open-ended questions, being mindful of body language, sharing stories, and embracing pauses, you can transform any dialogue into a meaningful exchange. So, the next time you find yourself at a social gathering or in a meeting, remember these techniques and watch your conversations flourish. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.